relaxing now and enjoying, and Theodore will carry on the rest of the evening. I also would like to welcome John. John, thank you very much. John is the president of the Greek-Thai Chamber of Commerce, so appreciate your presence as well. And just enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric. Well, Kalispera from my side also, which means good evening. Actually, Eric's accent was very Greek. He managed very well, without even rehearsal, very fast. So, thank you first of all for being here. We are here to give you an experience with Greek wines. And this event, it is supported by the Hellenic-Thai Chamber of Commerce. John, the chairman, is with us. So I would like to invite John to say a welcome, first of all, before I proceed. Yes.
Welcome, everyone. In fact, what I'd like to say is, welcome, Kalispera, Yindi Tukon. See, you can do 3 languages. I was thinking today on the way here that, Greeks have been making wine longer than anyone else. We've been making wine before the Italians. We were making wine before there were even French people. Okay? They didn't even know they were French yet, and we were making wine. So we've got a great history of making wine. Greece itself is a great place if you visit to go and try the wineries there, because it's set in hills and on islands. It's got a beautiful dry climate, so it's really perfect for the grapes. Lots of flavor. So I'm not going to speak too much about that because you'll be tasting it tonight. So I hope you'll give us some nice reviews. I think you'll enjoy it, and I look forward to enjoying it with you as well. Okay, thank you, everyone. Enjoy.
I didn't do it. So, in order for you to experience these wines, this could not happen without a very important company, which is the logo on the left that you see there, Greek Taste. Greek Taste is a Thai company, of course. They are importers and distributors of Greek food and beverage products. So Greek Taste has been founded almost 1.5 years ago. As I said, is owned by Greeks and by Thais, which is an excellent combination. The Greeks, they know the products. The Thais, they verify that these products can be received in Thailand in a good way. So, and we are going to present you, the wines we are going to present you is from a company called Dionysos. And later on, we will talk to you a little bit more about who Dionysos was. But Dionysos is a company who is based in south of Greece, in an area called Peloponnese, which is a very important area regarding the wineries and the growth of wine there. The wines from Dionysos, as you see, they have received various international awards. And actually, the company is exporting in 21 countries. So very recently, through Greek Taste, of course, they start exporting here in Thailand. That's why you are able to taste the wines today. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you our presenters today, our wine teachers, let's say. So we have 2 gentlemen with us. Christophe Mercier is from France, who can speak better than a French expert about wines, of course. But what can a French expert knows if we don't have with us a Greek expert that can speak about the specific Greek varieties? So I would like to start by inviting Nikos. Nikos Kosmas is our Greek expert. He knows a lot of information about all the different Greek varieties of grapes, to tell us a little bit and give us some information about the wine production in Greece, first of all, and then start the presentation of the wines. Nikos. I have to say before we start, I have to say that Christoph is not just a wine expert, he's a teacher. He is teaching about wines. So you are going to learn a lot.
Okay.
So please.
Thank you. Thank you.
So good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here in front of you to present some of our good Greek varieties, white varieties and red varieties. As you know, the story of wine in Greece is long, about 6,000 years long. And it started from the north. Sorry.
No, it's off. Okay, you can continue.
So as you know, Greece is a small country, and it's covered 80% by mountains and forests. So there is enough space for the culture of wine. In any place in Greece, you can find vineyards. Each place has a different climate, so each place you can have different varieties. Greece has about 200 active different varieties, either white varieties, either red varieties. But the main production is the Peloponnese, the part that you see in pink. Also in Creta you have a lot of different varieties, and the whole Greece is covered by vineyards. Yes. So tonight we have essentially varieties from Peloponnese, from this place. That it was also the place where Franks and Venetians they used to have bases, maritime bases, and was connected with La Route de la Soie,
Silk Road.
the Silk Road. So ships, they were coming from Asia Minor. They stopped to Peloponnese. They buy wine or other products, and then they keep traveling to Venice. Yeah, it was well, Theo, what's next? Okay, we start with the first variety, that is Rhoditis. Rhoditis is the largest cultivation of red variety, of this red variety in Greece. You can find it everywhere in Greece, but it's native of Patras, northwest of Peloponnese. It's a reddish variety. That means that the grape is red, pink, but we have very good white wine. And it's characterized by the medium acidity, but it's a very robust, it gives a very robust wine. This is why we mix it with other varieties, and in this case we have a blend with Sauvignon Blanc. Why Sauvignon Blanc? Because it gives acidity and aromas to the Greek varieties. For that, many Greek producers, they choose to introduce these varieties also in their vineyards. So I think that they will taste the first, no?
Yes, sure. We can take. So, if you don't mind, we can start with reviewing a little bit the tasting process, which I'm sure you're all familiar with already. So, what's your approach to taste wine? Where do you start?
They start with Rhoditis.
Looking at it, yeah, looking at it. So, what are some of the things that you're looking for besides the color? If it's white or if it's red? The tears, yeah. All right. So what's the tears indicate? Can be sugar, can it be something else? Alcohol, glycerol. So it's going to be about mouth here. Yeah. How about in a white wine? If you see a white wine that is a little bit pale and green, what could it mean? It could mean young, it could mean cool climate, or it could be maybe grape with thin skin. How about if it's a little bit golden amber? That would be an indication of maybe. I was thinking more maybe age. Yeah, so it's then they kind of take color. It's the opposite of red wine. Red wine they lose color with age, but they tend to become amber as well. So we look at the color and that's it. Yeah, and then the next step is what? You said it. Smelling. Yeah. Smelling the wine. So maybe the first thing is maybe you can try to find out if there are faults into the wine. What are some faults that you can have in wine? Say again? Cork, yeah, exactly. So this is becoming less and less frequent, but it used to be because of a bacteria and combined with the chlorine that they used to clean the cork. So that used to be a very bad smell. Still happens, but less and less. What else? Any other faults that you know? Cork stain. Say again? Sediments, yeah, it's not always a fault, but yes, most people don't like to see sediments. But sometimes it's just because it's on filter, and sometimes because it's very old. But it's not always a fault. But yeah, most people like to have their wine clear. I was thinking about vinegar, acetic acid. When the wine turns into vinegar, that's a fault. Maybe reduction. Reduction is maybe too much sulfur, so it smells like rotten eggs. Oxidation, except when it's deliberate oxidation. So yeah, this is that. There can be quite a few faults. I don't know if you've heard of Brett. Brettanomyces, which smells like a farmyard or horse sweat, things like that. Some people actually like it to small levels, and some people don't really like it at all. Yeah. So Brettanomyces, yeah. That's one of the things. That's it. That's the key fault. Did you find any fault into this wine? Well, it's clean, yeah. It's clean now. How about the intensity of aromas? So intensity of aroma. One way to learn how to detect this is from how far can you smell it without even swirling the wine. You just bring it to your nose. I get it from here. So this is not an exuberant, crazy aromatic wine. It's discreet. It's not low. I would say it's medium. It's medium intensity of aroma. Then you can try to qualify that. What is it that you're smelling? A little bit of peach, yes. Stone fruits or maybe nectarine or white peach, something like that. Yeah. Any citrus? Citrus fruit. No. How about any apple, pear, green prune, things like this? Yeah, dried figs, yeah, that can happen. Yeah. Are you getting anything else? How about flowers? I get a little bit of chamomile. I don't know if you're getting this. Getting a little bit of honey as well, which can be, we were talking about maybe beginning of aging in a bottle. Honey is typically something that we start to detect when the wine has aged in bottle. That's it. Yeah. So you know the different. You have primary aromas, basically aromas that come from the grape variety. Secondary aromas are the influence of the winemaker. It's basically the type of yeast you use, if you use cool temperature fermentation, the use of new oak or not. So this is the influence. And then you have tertiary aromas, which has the aromas that appear in aging either in oak or aged in bottle. So typically like hummus, mushrooms, leather, things like that. Typically you find older wine. I don't get anything tertiary here. I think it's mostly primary. Yeah, mostly fresh fruit, maybe a bit of flour, stone fruit, but then the next step is flavors and taste. So we're going to go through sugar, acidity, tannins, not in white wine, no tannins, alcohol, body, different type of flavors, finish. How long is it? Yeah? Okay? So let's go ahead and taste this. Modern white wine, you can have some tannins. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Modern white wines is with skin contact. Then you extract some polyphenols, some antioxidants, a lot of the natural wine movement. Actually, orange wines as well. It's basically white wine that is made almost like a red wine, and you extract some tannins. And also, tannins can come from the oak barrel as well. If you have like lots and lots of new oak, then you taste tannins. New oak was a thing of the 90s. Still very big in some places in Napa Valley, in the US they're very big on their new oak. Maybe in Europe, in Bordeaux they used to overdo it. They are a bit relaxed on that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and taste the wine and tell me what you think. Is the wine sweet? You might detect some of you might actually detect sweetness at very low level. You still need to call this dry. Yeah? This is dry wine. But even if you detect, maybe some of you detect sweetness at very, very low level, maybe 2 grams per liter, 4 grams per liter. Most of us is around between 4 and 8 grams per liter. It also depends on the level of acidity. If you have a lot of acidity, you don't detect the sweetness anymore. How about the level of acidity here? It's moderate, yeah? Moderate acidity. So, like you were saying, Rotidis is not known for very high acidity. It's kind of a neutral acidity. But here what, the Sauvignon Blanc, you know other places where they grow Sauvignon Blanc, Sancerre, New Zealand, Bordeaux Blanc, White Bordeaux. So it's like zesty acidity, so it kind of balances it nicely. Acidity, how about level of alcohol here? Did you feel it? Sorry, there was a question. Yes? Can it be that the sweetness comes from? Actually, it comes from both, because at the beginning, the sugar into the grape is quite high. But then when you ferment to dryness, it's basically the decision of the winemaker. If you want to ferment all the way through, then you have a finished one that is dry. Alcohol. Any alcohol? Moderate alcohol. How about body? Do you think it's medium body? Light to medium body or medium minus body if you want to be precise. Flavors on the palate, do you have the same flavors? Maybe a little bit of stone fruits, nectarine, peach, a bit of lemon, lime, maybe apple, such as honey, chamomile. Okay, that's what we should say. Finish is medium, minor, not very long finish. So this is really, this is an easy to drink wine, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You could just go with pretty much anything else, anything with food, even without food. Yeah. Let's go to wine number 2.
Let's go to the Moscow Filero variety. Moscow Filero is one of the 4 most known varieties in all over the world. You can see the grape. You see it's a red grape. It's a reddish variety. But we have white wine. It's the very dry white wine, and we can use the same grape to make excellent sparkling wines from Moscofilero. Moscofilero is a variety of the family of Fileri, and it grows only in one specific geographical terroir, that is Madinia, at 600 meters of altitude in the middle of Peloponnese. You can have the map of Peloponnese. So, Madinia is here, and Moscofilero is grown up only in this place. And one of the best characteristics is the citrus aromas that you can find in this variety, that you can see also in your glass.
Yeah. All right. So this is nice. Yeah. This is really nice. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Okay. Color is, like what is a little bit of gold, yeah, pale gold color, a little bit of green, no problem. The nose for me is what is really, really fun on this one. So yeah, citrus. I think I have lemon lime, I have a little bit of orange peel, and for me what is big is grapefruit. In your face, great. It's like jumping out of the glass. Rose, do you get rose? Right? Lychee, yeah. So for me, I know it has nothing to do with Muscat, but it reminds me of Muscat. It's intensely perfumed. Intensely perfumed. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful nose. No? Do you like this? Do you like the nose of this wine? How about the structure on the palate? Yeah, there's a good balance. There's some roundness. There's some good roundness to it. Balanced with a fresh acidity. The zesty finish, like you have makes you salivate. Yeah? That's how you assess the level of acidity. Is the amount of saliva that comes on the side of the mouth. And this one is very mouth-watering. Yeah? The length also is quite long. It's a long, enduring finish. It's a beautiful wine. Who likes number one better than number two? Who likes number two better than number one? All right. Okay. So this is
Who likes both?
yes. Yeah, I think this is also a wine. I think, from what I understand, this grape can be made into a sweet version and sparkling version. Am I right?
Very excellent.
Okay. So yeah, this is very beautiful. I think for food matching, I think this would be great with the seafood, with chicken. Yeah, it's easy. With maybe Thai food also can be good. Very aromatic, very intense, lots of aromas. This is beautiful wine. Very spicy. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, very good. So now we are going to pour the red wines. You can still enjoy this one. So what's next?
I think it's in the road. Okay, now we have a no-Greek variety. We have a Merlot.
Yeah. You want to talk about Merlot, or you want me to talk about Merlot?
You can say more.
I can, maybe you can talk
I'll just say
how it grows. Yeah, how it grows in Greece.
why Merlot, because next we have also Cabernet Sauvignon. Why Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, and some international varieties were introduced into the Greek vineyard. That was in the 60s when the Greek wine was not so known, and not many people were interested in growing grapes in Greece to make wine. So in some places, to fortify their own varieties, they planted international varieties to give more characteristics to their local indigenous the local varieties. but they came and they stayed. So they were adapted to the climate of Greece. So they give much more aromas, but not so much acidity and minerality as the French Cabernet Sauvignon to Merlot.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. I think if you grow Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, it's you're pretty much guaranteed the commercial success. Yeah, it's very well known. It's easily recognizable. Merlot is soft and silky, low acidity. Cabernet is easily recognizable with the black fruit. It can make. It has affinity with oak barrel. You can do oak, no oak. But Cabernet, the conqueror of the world. Yeah, I'm not sure it's. We can debate about this. Yeah, why? But yeah.
These varieties they found in excellent climate.
Yeah. So what happened with maybe we should talk a little bit about the influence of climate on the.
Yeah, Greece is in the middle of everything. So between two continents, we have winds from Africa. We have cold winds from the north. Everything is. Then you have all these mountains that have a lot of snow, that melting the snow, it fills the ground with the water, and so with the dry summer, very dry and hot summer, and we can have water to irrigate our vines. I think each part of this is a different climate system.
So you also have like a little bit of altitude in the Peloponnese, right?
Yeah, of course. So Cabernet Sauvignon in the north probably doesn't give the same characteristics as Cabernet Sauvignon Peloponnese.
Okay.
But it's a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Mm-hmm.
It's one or two. Yes.
Okay, so how do you call this the color of this wine? How would you say about medium?
Garnet.
Yeah, garnet. Yeah. So garnet is when it pulls a little bit on the rubies, on the purple side, and then ruby is when it goes toward the orange side. So when it's more purplish, it's a sign of youth. When it's more amber, it's a sign of age. Which you need to confirm on the nose. Is it more primary aroma, usefulness, or tertiary aroma, like aging? How about the intensity, the concentration of color here? Moderate.
Can we just hang on a little bit so we can get some number 3? Oh yeah, right.
Yes, yes.
We don't have,
Yeah, actually what is interesting to do is to compare the three of them.
we don't have the number 3 yet.
We don't have number 3 yet, it's coming?
We have number 1.
Okay. So, not too much to say on the color, legs, so right, it's moderate, not too, there's no thick cheers or anything like that. Moderate intensity of aroma. What would you say, more black fruit or more red fruit? Black, yeah? Okay, like black cherry, maybe. How would you say about plum? People mention plum a lot when they mention Merlot. Do you think this wine has influence of oak, new oak? I don't get any new oak. I think it's more fruit, yeah? It's fruity. Palate. So here we need to assess also acidity and tannins. Okay, there's one more dimension in red wine, is the tannin. So you have maybe a little bit more mouth-dropping tannins. Dry, when it's dry, moderate acidity, soft silky tannins, there's no harshness here. So tannins, how do you How do you detect tannins? You know, tannins basically precipitate with protein on your saliva. Sorry for being a little bit technical. So if you keep the wine on your saliva, on your tongue for like 5 minutes and you spit, you will see little dots. So what happens is it rips your saliva from your tongue and you're left with some mouth gripping sensation. Okay? So it can be silky. That's, for me, silky is a good word for this wine. It can be velvety, maybe a little bit more, and then it can be more coarse, mouth gripping, or really, really harsh. This is very silky. It's very difficult for some people sometimes to separate acidity from tannins because they both play together. So I think the acidity here is medium, but the tannins are low. Alcohol is moderate. There's nothing warming. You know what tea drinkers, they assess from their throat. This is how I try to assess a level of alcohol. This is not hot or warming. It doesn't give me the impression of a whiskey or anything like that. Yeah. So it's moderate alcohol. The flavors on the palate is all the the sherry, the black fruit, maybe blackcurrant, a little bit of blackcurrant, plum. Finished medium, yeah, medium wine. This is a wine for like barbecue, pizza, pizza party, lots of friends. You pour it down your throat like there is no tomorrow. No, it's yeah. You cannot hate this wine. It's easy to drink. Any comments from you? Maybe a little bit of spiciness as well on the finish. All right, you want to talk about the next?
We go to the next one.
The next one is
Ayurvedico.
Saint-Georges.
Ayurvedico.
Sorry, I need the help. Yeah.
Saint-Georges. For us Greeks, Ayurvedico is so important as Sangiovese is for Italians or Tempranillos for Spanish. It's the most, the largest area of vineyards also in Peloponnese, not far from Armenia, but in the region of Nemea. Ayurvedico is one of the 4 ambassadors of the Greek varieties, along with Xinomavro, that is its rival in the north. Xinomavro is in Macedonia. Ayurvedico is in Peloponnese. Then we have Assyrtiko in Santorini and Moscow in Medina. These 4 varieties, they are the 4 flags of the Greek wine worldwide. With Ayurvedico, who is the king of all of these. So there are many myths around Ayurvedico that Heracles was drinking also his wine during his 12 works, blah blah. So if we talk about history, we will never stop talking about what is. So we can produce excellent red wines, even either young, either aged in oak barrels, but also very good rosé wines.
Do you make rosé with this?
Yeah, we make excellent rosé wines. So,
what else to say? That'd be great.
I think wine will speak
What's up,
the
eh?
palette of
Sure. You can see already a little bit more a little bit more pigmentation in the glass than in the previous wine. A bit more color, not too much, but a little bit more concentration. And then on the nose, a little bit more intensity. I think it's more almost like prune as well, like plum, but prune. And also I detect a little bit of spices. I don't know if it's pepper, nutmeg. A little bit more characterful, let's say.
one characteristic is red fruit.
Yeah, red fruit, yeah.
Red fruit.
Yeah. Cherry, raspberry, strawberry. I get like, yeah, red cherry, plum. I get some plum as well, and I don't know, something spicy about it. If it's nutmeg or cinnamon, something like that. On the palate, I just tasted a little bit earlier. It is a lot more structured than the previous wine. The acidity is up a notch, and the tannins are up a notch. A bit more mouth grouping tannins. So this can sustain food that is a little bit more flavorful. Red meats can be totally fine with this. Strong flavorful meaty dishes as well. Yeah. I think this is very interesting. For me as a French, I'm more interested to taste this type of grape variety, the local. Yeah, 100% local. I think this is fun. This is really interesting because you taste this. It's very rare to taste this. Yeah?
In this moment in Greece, it's snowing and cold. So many of my friends they enjoy this wine now besides the fireplace. But we cannot do here. We cannot do this in Thailand.
Do you think, Nikos, do you think it's like a good representation of the wine, or can it evolve to something better?
It's a wine that it can be easily aged many years.
So this is very interesting. If you allow me, this is good. Now, how do you know if the wine has potential for aging? First thing, you need to have flavors and aromas, intense flavors and aroma, because this is what you're going to take into the future. And you need to be to have it from primary quality, from the fruit. So intense primary aroma. Then you need to have the structural element, the preservative. You need to have acidity basically and tannins, or sugar. But you need to have, if you have, good structure, acidity, tannins, and very intense primary aromas, that means you can take that one into the future. And then the aromas will break down, the primary aroma will break down to a more complex humus, forest floor, tobacco, leather, things like that. And that's maybe add more complexity. Next one. Yes.
We're on the map.
Yeah, on the map. Can we have the map?
The map, yes.
Yeah.
So, Nemea
Oh, okay.
is this part. This is Corinthos.
Yeah.
This is Tripolis. So Nemea is between, but belongs to the department of Corinthos. This is Nemea. But the Minister of Agriculture and the authorities of Greece, they gave the right to plant Agriculture all over Greece. So mostly of Agriculture moved south, less in the north, because the domination of Xenomago in the north. And
So it's missing on it.
we have Madrilaya, other red varieties, Mocifali. Here we have Ligno. So Greece is about 200 varieties, active varieties. Make wine. As you see, each little place, for example, Pythia, Citer, you have not only one, 3 or 4 varieties. You cannot put everything. In Monevasia, that was the place of the famous Mavasia wine, that was also controlled by the Venetians. You have, I mentioned only 3 varieties here, but we have 12 active varieties. Same in Rhodes, everywhere. In Samos, you have the Muscat of Samos, in Limnos, Muscat of Alexandria, Mignon, Coudullo, Icaria. Here in Kefalonia is very interesting, you have Robola. This is
I've never heard Robola. Robola and Ganga, the Italian varieties of
why? And here, that is in the north, we have Kalligas. It's a white variety that gives excellent sparkling wine. Anyway, I think and I hope that in the future we will have more opportunities to talk, because it's so vast, so large, this the Greek wine. One event is not enough to understand everything. Okay, now we go to the Cabernet Sauvignon that was introduced. It was introduced in the 60s. Can we have the map again? No? Cabernet Sauvignon was introduced first in Mexico. Here, in the north of Greece. Was a very clever man, but he saw a future in winemaking. The name was Caudullo, and then was the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Greece. But he created a system, an entire system of producing wine and cheese and other products. So one of the varieties that he produced was Cabernet Sauvignon, and that was spread to the whole Greece. So Greeks, they planted Cabernet Sauvignon exactly to give more characteristics to their varieties. But that happens 40, 50 years ago. Now, the technology, also the knowledge that was added to winemakers in Greece, Greek varieties, they have a very big potential and a big future. So, but we still have Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Carignan, even Riesling, a rich tannin, but gives very good wines also. But we hope in the future to have mostly Greek varieties, indigenous varieties, because they are very, very interesting, very interesting. So please, what about this blend of Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot?
So maybe we can do, when you cannot stop yourself from making a comparison with Bordeaux, because Cabernet Merlot is left bank basically of Bordeaux. Left bank, which we call, France, we call the old world, and like Paul was saying, the old world. Come on, the left bank, actually the Medoc was drained by the Dutch in the 1700s. It was not for the Dutch. We would not have a Medoc, Pauillac, Margaux, Mouly, and so on and so on. There's a lot of new world places like in South America that are much older. Anyways, it's difficult to, how can you compare this with Bordeaux? With Bordeaux, you have to understand we are in close to the ocean, and there's a lot of bad weather, and you cannot buy Bordeaux if you don't look at the vintage. You have to look at the vintage, because we have hazards on the spring and we have hazards in the harvest season. So on 2011, 12, 13 horrible vintages, you'd pick this anytime. I'm not talking about the super amazing Grand Cru, because that's not what we're talking about. You have to compare what is comparable. But you take a generic Bordeaux from 2011, 2012, 2013, sorry, but I take this, I prefer this. This is the Mediterranean. It's warmer, they have more reliable climate, they have a long growing season. I don't think you have much hazard at harvest season. You don't have to hurry to pick the grape, pick green grapes, you don't have to.
Very large harvest season. It starts almost before the 15th of August. On 12th of August we start, and we finish end of September for some varieties. Moscofino is the latest harvest. Happens end of September. And because it's very cold.
Yeah. So I think it's a smart move in a way to grow Cabernet Merlot in Greece, because the grape can do well there. Yeah, the grape can do well.
This is 2015,
14. So you start to begin, I don't know if you, on the nose, you begin to have like tertiary aromas here. A bit of cedar, and of course you have the black fruits, but then you also have some tertiary aroma. Yeah? So some complexity. On the palate, much more structure. The Cabernet Sauvignon brings basically tannins and acidity. Merlot gives more sweetness and roundness. So that's how they blend it in Bordeaux. Also, they blend it because Merlot is the first one to bud in the spring and first one to harvest. Cabernet Sauvignon bud late, and then you harvest late, or not if you have rain. So maybe a little bit of tobacco on the nose as well. Interesting. So more structure, acidity, tannins, some complexity of flavors, moderate alcohol as well. Interesting because they have potential. If they wanted to, they could do 13.5, 14, 14.5. They don't do that. And this is a trend in Europe. We try to stay away from those big wine, 50% alcohol. With global warming, everybody can do 15 degrees of alcohol. Yeah? But this is beating you on the head. Yeah? That's not fun. So I think this is smart move also to try to maybe pick a little bit earlier, or maybe what they try to do is grow on the northern side because it's warm climate, or a little bit more in altitude. So you have a little bit more fresh night. It develops the aromas and keep the acidity. More drinkable, more easy to drink. Well, so this one also, I suspect we're discussing, maybe there is a little bit of oak aging here. I don't know if you've noticed. It's maybe not a lot of new oak. I don't get the vanilla or the coconut like crazy, but just a little bit of smoothness and mixed with the tertiary aroma. What's your thought on the maybe aging oak treatment on this one?
Should be. Yeah. 2014, it should be at least 8 months.
This is also a very interesting one. I think it's a little bit more premium. Which one do you prefer in the red? Would you prefer number 3, 4, or 5? Who prefer number
If you ask me,
5?
I prefer number 2.
4? Arnoma, yeah? Saint-Georges? Cabernet Merlot? All right, so
It needs a little bit more estrogen.
yeah, and more food friendly. All right, so this closes this little introduction to tasting. I think it was for me, I think it was revealing to taste. The second white wine is for me superb. Arnoma, I think it's good introduction to Arnoma. I'd like to see some more of this on the market. It would be fun. With all the other grape varieties that you guys have, like some 300 grape varieties. Variety, it's boring to have Cabernet Merlot all the time. I mean, this one is very delicious, but let's do the Greek variety. Yeah. Thank you for your attention.
So, Christophe and Nikos, thank you very much for sharing your knowledge. I think everything was very important, what you tell us, and thank you all of you for being here. Very quickly, just to draw your attention to the various Greek products that you can taste now, even in Thailand, and some of them already in the hotel here, like for example the olive oils and the olives that you will see on the buffet, or the cheese that again you will see some recipes at the buffet, and some other products that some of them you can see exhibiting at the booth of Greek Taste, and later on probably you could buy something. But now I would like to invite again the general manager of the hotel, Kun Eric, because he has some surprise for you.
Thank you, Theodore. Anyway, let me thank first Kun Nikos as well, and Kun Christophe as well for the knowledge you shared with us. I think you're absolutely right by saying that one session is not enough for, we could have spent more time. But I think everybody wants to try the buffet as well. I think at the open bar. And so I think, without further ado, I would like to ask you, have you all filled in your little forms at the front? You have made your notes, your comments? And you have a little price list at the front of you, if you want to buy any particular products, and the wines have all been discounted a little bit, so it's a good opportunity to buy them tonight. And what we have an arrangement with all our wine pairing events is that whatever wine you buy, they will deliver it to the hotel, so you can pick it up here at the hotel anytime when it's convenient to you. So we're very happy to do that. Just a couple more housekeeping things. The wine was fantastic, wasn't it? Let's give it a round of applause. What about the food? Okay, and you haven't seen anything yet. There's more at the back there. Anyway, I want to thank Chef Prachan. I don't know where he is. Chef Prachan and all his team to prepare all this food, and he's been learning very hard some Greek recipes. And just want to thank the whole team as well, the service team, for a great job. Thank you. Thank you.
I used to work for a Thai restaurant in Greece for some years in the island of Kefalonia. And I can tell you that our white wines, they match very good with your excellent.
Okay, so you can buy some at the back there. Thank you. Just for your agendas, the next wine pairing, tutored wine pairing event will take place on the 21st. It's a Thursday, 21st of May. So please mark your calendars. Don't ask me what it is. Allow me to do a little trump here. It's going to be great. I don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be great. Okay, 21st of May. Now it's raffle time. Okay. Let's ask our gentleman to draw some raffle prize. Nikos, come. You have an innocent hand.
Okay.
I choose one. You choose one.
Don't look, eh? Don't look inside.
Cannot look, it's too bright. Okay.
Okay. The lucky number is 014. Valentine. 014.
Okay, Kunodil Bourgeois, 014. Voilà. So give her a bottle of wine. She loves the second white wine.
Oh, Moscofilero. The Moscofilero, she won a Moscofilero bottle of wine.
Ah, tu as gagné.
Grâce à moi. Hein?
Voilà. Christophe, vous venez, on va faire une photo quand même.
Oh.
Voilà. Ok, thank you very much.
Merci à vous.
Je te fais la bise virtuelle là. Ok, Christophe, oui. Please. Your innocent hand. Voilà. What number is that?
025.
You have to care.
Show your ticket.
Congratulations. Take a picture. Okay. Number
031.
031. 031. Young lady, very wonderful. beautiful voucher. Thank you very much. Two bottles. Voilà. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Theodore, you're the last one. Come.
That's the most important, huh?
Your innocent hand.
First one was the most important.
Okay. I think I have I can do it. There is a number here. Let's see, which number is this? I start with 0. And then it's 3. And what is the last one? 1. So 0, 031. 031. Is the second one? Again? No. 031? It's abandonment.
They put it back in. I think they put it back in.
Okay, I don't know. I just pick up the number. You sure? I just pick up a number. Innocent number. 2-1. This is 3-1. Okay.
I think she was reading it in Greek.
Oh, okay. Another photo, please.
Where is the wine?
Two one is there. The one
The one is there. Oh, confusion. Okay, we'll give another Okay, there's no need to fight. We got plenty of wine.
That's an innocent number.
That's right. We don't need to get the lawyers involved.
Sounds like some elections in the US.
Or you can use a Thai election too.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Can I call everybody for a group photo?
Before the group photo, if we could, since we announced events here, if it's possible,
Yes, please.
Greek experiences, flavors, and aromas continue in Thailand. So the 25th of March, it's the National Day of Greece. So we celebrate the National Day of Greece with the Hellenic-Thai Chamber of Commerce and whoever else of you who would like to come at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And then a Greek gastronomy week followed. And many more in the future. You will be updated through our website, greekthai.com. And the chairman would like to say something more.
I just want to thank everyone for coming, and I especially want to thank the other foreign chambers who supported our event, the Singapore Thai, South African Thai Chamber and the Singapore Thai Chamber, as well as everyone here, and of course Arnoma Hotel for hosting us, and the Dionysos Wines and Explore 360 VR, if you haven't tried that out. He actually has a scene from one of the islands in Greece, so you can actually be in Greece, right here. So, yeah, so you should try it. Thank you everyone for coming. I guess we'll take a quick photo. Thank you, Gunnar.
Thank you, John. Group photo, John, Christoph, Nikos, Theodore. Okay.
The Thai face of the Greek taste.
Everyone say TD. Cheese.
Feta.
Okay. The buffet is open.